Hello, good evening, you guys, and welcome to Real Talk with Tamara. As you guys come into the room, please do hit the like button. Also, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe to the channel. Hope that you guys are doing okay. I know that I am. I always express the importance of hitting the like button because the like button helps keep video in the algorithm, okay? So make sure you guys please just like, share, subscribe, comment, all of those really great things, okay? I wanted to talk about Marcus and Zaria Carr. You all know about the incident that took place on Facebook where the husband unalived his wife after he exposed her for cheating and passing on a venereal disease to him. And then later, after he got off of the live, he ended up taking her out, right? And after he took her out, he ended up taking himself out, okay? More is starting to come out about this story. I think it's so unfortunate because we're starting to see more and more of this happening on social media. I think that social media has definitely become worse than crack, fentanyl, and all of those other types of drugs, right? I would say that social media is a drug now. People feel the need to have the approval for some reason of so many other people. A lot of people are getting themselves taken out because of social media, exposing people, exposing their loved ones, feeling the need to have an audience. I guess it's like an adrenaline rush when it comes to things of that nature. I'm not talking about vlogging, okay? Because we get to talking about you gossiping. Everybody that has a vlog is called gossip vlog. That's what it's called. And so if we're gossiping, that means you're listening to the gossip. That's what vlogging is called. That's what it's called, right? Gossip vlogs, right? With his mama so yeah. Anyways, but what is happening in these situations? People are taking to social media, okay, and they are putting out out in their husbands and wives and putting out their personal business, and I think it escalates a situation that could be at a 1 to 5 to 1,000, right? Because when people feel embarrassed, sometimes some people are emotionally unstable. They're not able to handle embarrassment. But in this case, this young man accused his wife of cheating on him and along with a bunch of other things. And she spoke about how he had a mental illness, and he was not taking his meds. And he said that, they started messing around when he was in jail and um, he ended up getting a settlement for over $100,000. He didn't say why. That's a big settlement to get. I don't know if it was. We don't know what it was for, but he got it. And he ended up marrying her. Hey, I think it was wrong all the way across the board. I don't know what kind of demons because the young man was battling, but I wish he had not social media. I think that social media has definitely become worse than crack, what happened was his and all of those other types of drugs, right? And told the story of when he social media is a drug now. People feel the need, but it seems to me his brother was trying to justify for some reason when he said that so many other people. A lot of people are getting themselves taken out because of social media. Exposing people, exposing their loved ones. Feeling the need to have an audience. I guess it's like an adrenaline rush when it comes to things of that nature. I'm not talking about vlogging, okay? Because we get to talking about you gossiping. Everybody that has a vlog is called gossip vlog. That's what it's called. And so if we're gossiping, that means you're listening to the gossip. That's what vlogging is called. That's what it's called, right? Gossip vlogs, right? So yeah. Anyways, but what is happening in these situations? People are taken to social media, okay, and they are putting out, out in their husbands and wives and putting out their personal business, and I think it escalates a situation that could be at a 1 to 5 to 1,000, right? Because when people feel embarrassed, sometimes some people are emotionally unstable. They're not able to handle embarrassment. But in this case, this young man accused his wife of cheating on him, and along with a bunch of other things. And she spoke about how he had a mental illness, and he was not taking his meds. And he said that they started messing around when he was in jail, and um he ended up getting a settlement for over $100,000. He didn't say why. That's a big settlement to get. I don't know if it was. We don't know what it was for, but he got it, and he ended up marrying her. I think it was wrong all the way across the board. I don't know what kind of demons the young man was battling, but I wish he had not gone live to do it, right? And so what happened was his brother came out and told the story of when he claimed he tried to, it seems to me, he says that he wasn't, but it seems to me his brother was trying to justify.
Can't jump into it. We can't jump in it. I don't, let me get this out of the way. That's my brother. I love him. I'm not speaking just good on him because it was bad. It was tragic. So we're not going to say he just jumped on women. He just beat her. They have a great relationship. Every relationship go through stuff. Every relationship go through things. He don't just wake up and just jump on her, beat her. He don't do that. When people get triggered, shit happens. Not saying it's right. I'm not condoning that. Not saying it's right. So let's get with the okay. You heard him on live. He got into it. He jumped on her. They got in a fight. He jumped on her for it wasn't no 3 hours. That both of them exaggerated. Both of them exaggerated. It wasn't no 3 hours. Bro got up. He went to work. He get to the job. He say, bro, I think somebody trying to break in at the house. He called me. He like, bro, I think somebody trying to break in at the house. So I like, come on, right? What's up? Why you say that? He was like, man, the front camera going off. The front camera gone. So he left work. He doubled back. He left work. He go back to his house that they share, and he went in the house. He parked his car down the road. He went in the house. Zai was in there. Zai was in there fucking another guy. Plain and simple. That's why she was naked. He went in the house, his house. He lived with her in his room, his bed. They in there fucking. He lost it. He jumped on both of them. He jumped on both of them. When he fighting with the dude, tussling with the dude, she run out the house, jump in the car. She go to the police station. He get up, chasing her, fuck the dude, left the dude in there, whatever. Chasing her. He drive crazy, mad. He drive right up to the police station. He get there, she's standing outside the car, naked, talking with 2 officers. Shit. The officer telling him to pull over. He was like, nah. He dipped. He came home. Shit. That was it. He left her. It was over with. He stayed at the house. We at the house every day. We chilling. And shit. Zai kept calling. Like, she wanted him back. She wanted him back. They talk. Whatever, woo. And he loved her. That's his wife. Shit. He went back home. Like they couldn't get enough of each other. It ain't Mark 5'6", Zai 6 foot. She was handling her own. Like, they fight. That's just what they do. I'm not trying to make her look bad. Zai.
Hey, I can tell that there's definitely going to be some friction in the family, but it did kind of sound like to me, and I understand that that's his brother, and it's a tragedy for both. I feel like both sides of the family. I feel like both of them was toxic for each other. You know, he was institutionalized, and yeah, he was institutionalized. Hey, she was seemed to be immature, but even still, you know, they was born in 1988. I mean, still old enough to know better, of course. But you know, the sad thing about this is the children suffer, right? The children suffer, but you could tell that the brother feels a certain way, and his loyalty would be to his brother, but there was nothing normal about them fighting like that. Hey, I hate that she had an immaturity. If the what the brother is saying is true about he ran in and caught her in the bed with another man, I mean that is people snap when they see that. But what he when he was on live, he exposed everything else. He exposed what she had given him, but he never said that he caught her in bed with another man. So because he was, I think he basically had flipped out at that point, and he was exposing everything to include her supposedly giving him a disease. Why didn't he say that when he supposedly beat her for 3 hours, it was because he caught her in bed with another man? He kind of omitted that. Okay, I'm not saying that it's not true, but he kind of omitted that. And you know, he said himself. Now, the brother said that he was exaggerating. He said himself he did it. He openly said that. You know, we listened to him say this is the type of B that get beat. You know, both just very immature and toxic. You know, why would a woman go back to a man? You know, that calls her out of her name and beat her at the same time. I could tell that, you know, hey, um she had her issues too. Okay, well, now her Obie, remember we was talking about Obie was maybe the so quote unquote lover or something like that, right? When he told her that if she talked about Odie or Obie, that she had to DIE. Okay. Well, I went online. I done found Obie. Okay. Obie is no longer alive. And Obie's cousin did um she did a live. Okay. She did a live. She said she wanted to Obie or Odie is her cousin. And he was Shamarcus's, which is the French man's um best friend. And there was some fishy stuff that happened. And the family always felt like that this young man, Shamarcus, which who they call the French man, that was on here exposing his wife, they felt like he was involved. His family always felt like he backdoored his friend. So his cousin is on here talking about it.
So, first of all, I just want to say this to my auntie because I know you're going to be very upset at me. But I had to say something. I know everybody in the family is asking me, let it go, let it go, let it go. And I tried. I really did. I know online y'all know them as Frenchman and Duchess. But to me, I know them as Shamarcus and Zaria. With that being said, I want to clear a few things up about my cousin. Because at the end of the day, it needs to be said. All I keep hearing online is Odie this, Odie this, Odie this, Odie this, Odie this. Let's clear something up. First of all, my cousin's name is not Odie. It's Obie. Okay? Let's start there. Secondly, y'all paint this narrative as if it was some type of down low situation going on. And what I want to let y'all know is, first of all, Obie got bitches, okay? I'm going to just say that. He was not a part of the community. This is not no DL situation. I also want to say this because the narrative that's being painted is not right. First of all, my cousin is deceased, so rest in peace to him. But I want y'all to understand a few things about our family. We got some serious steppers over here. And when I say steppers, I'm not talking about the stuff y'all see on the internet where they posting up. No, I mean, we got them real gangsters that move in silence, okay? Everybody's sitting here trying to figure out, why did Shamarcus do what he did? Well, let me explain to you why. Because there's a couple things y'all need to know. First of all, Shamarcus knew that he wasn't going to make it 24 hours. Let's start. He wasn't going to make it 24 hours. He wasn't. So it was better for him to do what he did to himself before somebody else did something to him. Let's start there. Okay? Secondly, everybody's painting this picture as if he pew-pewed Zaria, or if he Zaria, and that wasn't the case. What happened is that boy put hands and feet on that girl. And this wasn't something new. He always put hands and feet on that girl. Okay? Head, shoulder, knees, and toes on that girl. Let's be honest. This time stuff went a little bit too far. It happens. It went a little bit too far. Rest in peace to both of them. Okay? Because it's never right to put your hands on a female. Let's start there. He put hands and feet on this girl so bad that she was unconscious. Now, personally, I feel like she could have made it had she got the medical attention that she needed. But she laid there for an hour and a half. An hour and a half before police had even arrived. Make that make sense. If he really cared about her, you know what he would have did? He'd have picked up the phone and called the ambulance. But he didn't. He didn't. Because he already knew he had fucked up. He had fucked up really bad. Everybody like, well, y'all talking about, she said Odie's name and basically that would, who the fuck is Odie? It's Obie. But see, the problem was our family started to pay attention, like, because the situation that happened with Obie was fucked up. And we knew it was some foul play. We been knowing it was some foul play. We just been trying to figure out what players was on the chessboard. You feel me? That's what we was trying to figure out. And my auntie been saying she felt like Shamarcus was on some bullshit. Now let's be real. Shamarcus and Obie been friends for a minute. Best friends. Thick as thieves. Obie go get money. He brings Shamarcus. Shamarcus ain't have to worry about no bread when my cousin was alive. Because when Obie rode, he brought Shamarcus. If he got paid, he brought Shamarcus and broke him off. But see, the problem is when you out here getting money, because my cousin wasn't no weak dude. When I tell you he was out here getting that bread, he was getting that bread. Okay, and it might have not have been legally, but he was getting that bread. And the crazy thing about it is the way he was set up, we kept saying, this got to be an inside situation because the stuff that these people knew didn't make sense. It got to be an inside situation. He knew this whole motherfucking time that he was a snake ass dude. He knew this. He knew if it ever came out that he was involved in that situation with my cousin Obie, that he was going to have to give his ass to God. You understand that? Period. He knew this. He knew this. He knew this. So while he was up here pillow talking to Zaria, he ain't realized this whole time you been putting hands and feet on that girl. See, she called the wrong people. What she should have did is called my family and told us the real, but she was so afraid to say something. Because she knew if she said something, it was gonna go the way it was gonna go. This boy put hands and feet on this girl for everything she did that he felt or deemed that was unacceptable. But he couldn't do that shit with my cousin around. Obie didn't play that putting your hands on female, he didn't play none of that. He ain't play none of that. And see, the more I think back, it's starting to make sense. It's starting to make a lot of sense. And my auntie said, don't get on their truth. Don't say nothing. Let it go. We got our justice. And I told my auntie, I said, no, motherfuckers need to know the real. They need to know how motherfucking snake down dirty Shamarcus was. Now, I don't give a fuck about your motherfucking family, your brothers, your cousins, your aunties, because they all can get it. So, play with me if you want to. I meant that. everything. On my cousin's grave, they all can get it. So don't come over here with that bullshit when your motherfucking brother is a snake down, dirty ass snooker. He know what he did to my cousin. He know. He know how he set my cousin up. Cause see, the shit that these motherfuckers knew, yeah, it was definitely an inside job. And Shamarcus bitch ass was right there the whole motherfucking time playing puppet master. You had the audacity to show up at my cousin's motherfucking funeral. You knew this shit was gonna come back tenfold. You knew it. You knew it. And see what people don't realize about Zaria, everybody talking about she was smiling, she was laughing. That girl would do that. She was nervous. She was scared. Every time he would do that, she automatically knew she had to put her hair up. She knew she had to throw some tennis shoes on so she could try to get up out the door because this boy always was on that type of timing with her. I don't give a fuck that she was 6 feet tall. That didn't mean nothing. This is a man you fighting against. But see, he knew. He knew when she said Obie's name, it was going to be a problem. Because why you bringing up Obie? What you mean with what happened with Obie? And see, I think she tried to play it off by saying Udi. She tried to play it off because she knew if she would have said Obie, everybody in my family would have been like, ain't no motherfucking Udi. It's Obie. And see, God got a funny way of serving revenge cold, bruh. It was better that he did it to himself. It was better. It was better. Because it was going to happen regardless. You can't go around and do that type of shit to people and think you safe on these streets. Family got some serious cold gangsters. I mean, like I said, moving silence type gangsters. Ain't nobody gonna call you on the phone. Ain't nobody gonna threaten you on the internet. We don't do that. This old school shit right here. He knew he had what? What? Not too many options. Cause see, if he would have went to jail and got locked up, he was gonna get it. If he'd have been on these streets, he was gonna motherfucking get it. That's why that boy did what he did. That's why he did what he did. Because, see, he ain't immune to going to jail. He done did that plenty of times. Been locked up plenty of times. Then put shoulders, feet, and toes on this girl plenty of times. Sad thing is he wanted to make sure she didn't survive. That's why he never called the ambulance. That's why he never called the police. Sorry about that. My baby girl came in here. But I'm going to just say this like this to my family. I apologize if I offended anybody. But I had to speak up and say something. Because we're not going to play this game like it was a DL situation. No, this was a snake-ass nigga situation. That's what it was. And he knew that he had to do what he had to do before something was done to him.
Okay, you guys, just listening to this, it's a darn shame. So basically what she's saying is that he did not use any weapons other than his hands and his feet. And he beat and stomped this girl to DEATH, which is sad on a whole nother level. And guys, I hate it had to get this far. His brother did say that he called him and said he felt like he had did something. He didn't say what it was. He just said to call her to see if she was going to answer the phone. She's saying that he thought he had did it basically instantly, but if he had called the police and not allow her to lay there for like an hour and a half, she probably could have been saved. But he was afraid that he had taken her out. He knew he had gone too far, and she laid there unconscious with her children in the house because he lost control. These are the types of things that's really, really sad. And so it's not cute to be fighting and staying in toxic relationships. I think it's just too many people out there, whereas you can be in healthy relationships. I think that people feel like love is long suffering, and it's not. It's not long suffering. When something is not working out, I think you need to start looking at doing something else. Okay. It's not working out. I'm not going to stay 10, 15, 20 years and in a relationship just because I'm familiar with that is just a dead end where there's no growth, there's no it's just misery. I'm just familiar with it. And I think with these two, they were a young couple, a young family, and they was just toxicity. He had anger issues. There's no reason in the world that he should have been beating on her. He never should have gone back. If he caught her in the bed with another man, he never should have gone back. They did talk about in the live that in their live that and you've had family members and things of that nature have been online talking about it from both sides. When he would leave, she would go see her godmother who dealt in witchcraft, and he would to get him to come back, right? She even said that he went and got love spells for her. So, I mean, it was just toxic. And then the devil was all up in this darkness and things of that nature. So, I saw their obituary online. And so what's so sad is I don't even think that her daughter will remember either one. I think the daughter was born last in 2024, something like that. Her son is of age, but he's at an age to be bitter and to miss his mom because he looks about 6 or 7 years old. This is just sad on a whole nother level. Hey, even when people are toxic, I don't want men to ruin their lives. I don't want women to stay in abusive situations when a man is calling you all types of B's and H's to your face or even to other people. There's no respect there. It's time to hit the door. Okay, it's time to hit the door, and vice versa. When women are calling men all out of their names and calling them B's and H's, there's no respect there. So it's only going to get worse if all you can do is call your wife or your significant other B's and H's. There's no love and respect there. It's time to exit stage left, because the next thing is throwing those hands. Okay. So this was just a tragic situation all the way across the board for a young couple. Hey, but I hope the family can heal, and I'm sure the girl's mother is going to get her children. And I hope that, as the brother said, that they are allowed to see their niece. Okay, I hope that they're allowed to see their niece. We got to think about now. She got him straight out of the penitentiary. Okay, a lot of people are saying that she wanted to marry him because she wanted to get her hands on that money, and that's another thing, ladies. All money is not good money. Okay, if you don't love the person, and men too, if you don't love the person, let them go. Okay, if you're an adult and you're with somebody for some money or for some stability, you pretty bad off. You need to take a look at yourself and get your shit together. Okay, because it cannot end well. Okay, it never does. Anyways, you guys, I want you guys to please like, share, and subscribe. Listen, I want to thank you all for tuning in, first of all. You all been rocking out with me. You make this channel what it is, as I always say. I love this gossip vlog that we all do. I love to look at other people's gossip vlogs because that's what they're called, gossip vlogs. Okay, and so I love looking at the gossip vlogs, the different ones, regardless of what they're talking about. Okay, some of them, okay, quite a few of them I like to look at, that do their thing and that rock out. That's a beautiful thing. But I definitely appreciate the people that support me, and we as we continue to grow, as we continue to talk about eclectic topics, right? um yeah, but I want you guys to please like, share, and subscribe. If you would like to support the channel, you could definitely support the channel via Cash App.